Horsemanship. I'm Greta Cummings.
And I'm Sheri Billings.
Last week we talked about softness and the importance of softness, and it is so terribly important. But how we develop that softness isn't in the pull. It's in the release. You always say the horse learns from the release, and that's so true. That was a light bulb moment for me when you said it. I knew it. I've been doing it for a long time, but you put it into words. I'm like, yes, that's it. So that's just a plug here. That's one of the reasons I love working with Sheri.
Oh, thank you. we feed off of each other, so that's one benefit of the Cornerstone Farms is that it's taking those lifetimes of learning from each one of us and putting it together into a strong program. But as I've said before on the release, is the horse will fight a pull, but if you release at the instant moment that they actually get something right,
as soon as they start moving in that right direction, that's when the release has to happen.
And then they'll go, oh, I want that.
I got rid of her.
I got that was.
So if I do it again, will I get rid of her again?
Yes. And then the next time it gets instantaneous. But feeling the release and feeling what we're wanting takes practice. And I happen to have a rope.
Yeah, you wanted to do a demonstration. You wanted to pause this one. I'm like, no, just go get a rope. We'll go do it. So we have one of our ropes.
So if Greta was the horse, so go ahead and just grab it. So grab it like I had.
This is the bit in my mouth, right?
That's correct. Okay. So the bit in the mouth. So to have softness is for her to give to me when I put pressure. So there's always this little bit of slack in the rein, the rope.
That's our drape in our rein.
But if we're teaching, a lot of times when we start taking the slack out, a horse's normal reaction is to pull. And they'll pull. So we don't pull harder as riders, we hold.
So the horse is actually pulling on us. We're not pulling on the horse. The horse is now pulling on us.
And so it becomes their fault because they're pulling on us. So now we're pulling.
Let go of my nose. Let go of my nose.
So if she gives to me, I'm going to wait. Oh, and then I gave back to her. So always keep in your mind that we want to give back to our horse when they give us the yes answer. And so I'm going to hold. I'm holding. And then I gave to her soon. She gave me an instant, and then she pulled back again. Now, if she pulled on me right away, I would go right back to my holding position. So it's a matter of giving to her in little increments. And it might start off big. So if she gives, then I give her big back. And then as we build, we give a little increment. So we're constantly giving back to them.
It's a constant giving release. I want you to demonstrate how it's a setting of the hand. You describe that. We're not pulling on the horse. The horse is actually pulling on us. It's a setting of the hand. It's not a pull.
It's not a pull. So if I was pulling on her, it becomes more of
I'm giving, and you still pull.
And I'm still pulling. So she never gets the right answer.
Right.
But and notice that my elbows are coming out because I can release with my elbows. So our softness is in the elbows.
Which that's something that still just blows my mind. That's another talking tip. Anyway, continue.
So if I'm taking the slack out by pulling my elbows out, and then I release, and I forgot what I was.
We were talking about how it's a set of the hand. It's not a pull. It's a set of the hand.
Sorry, my brain went on to softness. So
there's so many layers to this. There's so many aspects to it that it's so hard for us to stay focused.
So she was pulling on me.
I'm pulling.
I am just planting my hands here.
So when I give, those hands never move.
The hands never move.
So the horse, Winnie, finds the release. But okay, so I want you to pull on me now.
I took the slack out.
But see how your hands moved when I gave. So there was still a continuation of a pull. So
now if you pulled again, I go right back to so pull again, and I go right back. I don't pull into me. I go right back to where I was holding. So it's always just a hold. And this is a learning thing, because if we were pulling, she would never get the yes answer.
Right.
She would always feel the pull.
That release is so important to teaching the horse, to building that softness, to be on that road for a broke horse. And the best definition I've ever heard of what a broke horse is the horse is an extension of the rider. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you.
And the horses you ride
From our barn to yours.